Oh shit! Big shot. That was amazing.
That's how we come into
Perfect
the
stuff,
video.
and all kinds of crazy like streams and stuff, streaming.
Easily put himself in a very compromising position. You know, if you see some of these streams, you know, they're putting them around a lot of alcohol, you know, which is a strong vice of his. I mean, you know, they're putting them around a lot of women that can really, you know, put him in a bad place.
I do see where he's at now, and it's sad.
That's true.
This artist hurts me, you know, but I want all the fighters, because you can use him as an example, right? He had everything at his feet. He had the money, he had the flash, he had the bling, he had the cars, he had the girls, he had the friends, right? Where are all those people at?
It seemed like to me, Bronner just came to survive. It don't seem like he came to fight at all.
I'm Adrian the Problem Bronner, 24-0, 20 knockouts. You know, I don't try to knock these guys out. You know, I'm God gifted. I don't abuse it, I use it. And you know, I
say, look, she
man,
feeling
like I
that.
said on
She
HBO,
feeling
man,
that.
it's the truth.
A warehouse don't lie. Cameras running 24 hours and there's nowhere left to hide. That's the stage Adrian Broner picked to tell the world he's not done. Not a gym with a legacy attached to it. Not a training camp buried in the mountains where nobody's watching. A warehouse wired for live stream, lights around the clock. And a man who built 4 championship belts trying to prove he's still the man.
I get where old school coming from, but it sounds like he hating a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep y'all up. I'm gonna keep the real, you know.
All the internet watches him try.
I'm gonna call Unc out when he flagging.
By the time the warehouse doors opened, the debate had already taken over boxing media. The questions weren't about whether Adrian Broner still knew how to fight. The questions were whether this was a legitimate championship comeback or content built for the internet. The talk out of that warehouse is simple. One more run, one more title before he walks away for good. That's the pitch going out to the public right now. Streaming live, no edit, no cut, no delay between what happens and what the world sees. 45 days. That's the number attached to it. 45 days of training and 45 days of live streaming stacked on top of each other. The idea of being get sober and get fight ready at the same time in front of everybody with the camera as the accountability. According to Broner, promoters got their eye on a spring return. Welterweight, the same weight class that's handed him every meaningful loss on his professional record. The same weight class where the fighters who exposed the difference between the hype and the man have always been standing, waiting on their turn.
Folks have a solution that night. You hear me? Duka?
Go back to early 2026, and that's when Broner linked up with Dean the Great on camera. Dean pulled him into the kick world, and together they built something called Crash Out Boys, marathon live sessions running around the clock. Rappers and athletes and internet personalities rotating through those streams. No script, just whatever happens, happens. Dean worked behind the scenes to get Broner his verification badge on Kick. Broner held that badge up like a trophy the day it landed. Proof, he said, that the streaming money could replace what boxing used to put in his pocket.
Y'all got me back living like I was back world champion, man.
That was never true. Streaming money comes nowhere near close to what Broner was making in boxing. That was Broner selling the story to anybody watching. Right around the same time, the partnership that gave him the badge started falling apart behind the scenes. Broner and Dean went at it on live stream more than once. No filter, audience watching live. The argument was always money. Accusations that Broner had packed cash from joint streams and appearances without splitting it the way the two of them had arranged it.
That nigga just got us booked in New York, 10,000 apiece, bro. What you talking about, nigga?
What they got?
Nah, cause niggas doing shit for niggas, bro. It ain't like you just.
That's cool, nigga. But nigga, come on, bro. If we a team, nigga, put it in a pot. Put it in the pot.
He put it in our pocket, nigga.
I'm talking about put it in the pot. We ain't gotta talk about this off stream. We can talk about it off stream, gang.
Yeah, we can. But you like to talk shit on stream, so I kept it on stream.
You wanna talk about on stream? I'm paying for everything, gang.
Nigga.
And you keep saying I got them.
Nigga, I told you I got him, nigga.
See nothing, nigga.
Nigga, you gonna get everything and you know it, nigga. Quit
Come on, bro.
Quit playing, nigga.
That confrontation happened in real time.
He said he paying for everything. Yeah.
No cut in front of whoever was tuned in that night. That didn't stop the partnership though. Crash Out Boys kept rolling like the money dispute never happened on camera in front of an audience that watched every second of it.
If you're seeing this, Prospect is available in your state.
That made me feel like I'm finna play Tekken or something. For I ain't gonna lie. They keep trying to have me come off. You know what I mean? For what y'all doing, bro? What we doing? Bro, ready to oh, bro, I can't even do it right. I'm fried.
Then came the Locked In-a-thon, the biggest swing the two of them have taken together. The most it's ever looked like something positive under that brand.
You know, we gonna be the first niggas to ever do this, bro. Ain't nobody ever streamed in a warehouse.
Right.
45 days.
I want to call cap on that. I'll just say the 45 days part, yeah, but many people record in the warehouse. Continue.
Straight, bro.
Nah, right.
We making history. Historical, nigga.
This shit historical,
gang.
So Miami, a live stream with Dean running in the background. The chat scrolling fast. The room loud the way those rooms always are. Every time the conversation drifted toward jokes or nightlife or whatever else was happening around them, Broner kept standing back to boxing on his own, unprompted. Someone brought up a fight and Broner locked in hard, talking about needing real structure behind him this time. His tone shifted the moment the subject changed.
You gotta be bad. You gotta be in bed by 10, gang.
Nigga, 10?
Yeah.
Nigga, it's 9.
Yeah, you gotta be in bed by 10, bro.
The boot camp bit?
No, it's just time to take this shit serious, gang.
It's 10, nigga?
Listen to me, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Ain't nobody around. I'm being a brother for real, bro.
Yeah.
I know you can beat this nigga, but the only way you get a chance is if you keep bullshit. That's the only way this nigga got a chance, bro. For real.
Was he lying?
I want you in bed every day by 10, and I'm gonna be in bed with you, bro. For real, bro.
The name Broner built in the streaming world wasn't built on boxing. It was built.
I mean, he ain't lying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Don't be hating, man. He ain't flagged. Back on the play.
On the other this shit, drinking heavy on camera, wild behavior, kind of unfiltered moments.
I mean, that nigga threw up in his cup and kept drinking the cup.
That kept an audience coming back because of what might happen next, not because of what was happening in the ring.
You ain't finna fuck this play up being drunk, nigga. I'm telling you that. You ain't finna fuck this play up being drunk, nigga. I'm telling you that.
He knew it was coming. Look at his face. He like... Bro, I be hating when people do that. People know you throwing up, bro. It is like, bro, you seen this man throw up. You try to get
Jab in 2012. That's not the version of Broner.
Oh, say that.
That's not the fight.
Shorty. The dude stayed back. He said, folks is just disgusting. He say, once he processed, he say, like, why are you drinking yourself to that point, bro?
Fighter who cut DeMarco up behind a sharp jab in 2012. That's not the
Even
version
Dean,
of
like,
Broner
come
that
on,
made the
bro.
sport stop and pay attention. That's an entirely different Broner, one the kick audience knows best. And that's the version the Locked In-a-thon is asking the public to believe is about to turn back into a professional athlete and the world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That nigga say, and the world champion.
Referee Benji Estevez calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 49 seconds of round number 8. The winner by TKO, Adrian.
That nigga just blow his nose and tap his lip with the same. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Broner.
Earlier this year, Broner sat down on camera on the Matrix podcast. It is what it is.
I'm Georgia Wilson, aka Sat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam. Y'all see the energies in the studio because y'all, we got a special guest, AB, in the building.
This is when he was doing within hours, and none of it had to do with boxing.
This is when he was doing too much.
Broke down into a string of uncomfortable back and forths with
Cam had
co-host
paid him.
Tucker
He told
Wilson,
him, yeah, you gotta go.
aka Stat
He said, yeah,
Baby.
you gotta
It
go.
got bad enough that Broner was pulled off the set. Camera was cutting away mid-conversation, Rum turning on him in real time. Cameron didn't wait long to say something about it publicly, put it out on social media that Broner was a junkie and an alcoholic. He used those exact words, and that clip spread just as wide as the podcast footage did. The two pieces of content feeding off each other across every platform they landed on. Not long after,
I ain't gonna lie, Unc not hate. Folks was bapping.
after another clip surfaced, Broner on camera asking money for a ride.
What?
Oh.
You want me to let him know?
Or you can get it back. Well, make sure you get it back.
I don't got bread.
Just played in his face talking about something. Well, I ain't got bread. Lying. That boy lying to you. He sat there just listen to your problem.
Uber.
Yeah, I came in Uber yet.
Uber.
I came in Uber yet.
You get Uber?
Do I have Uber? No.
Yes. Hey, stop recording that.
I got you.
Ryan Garcia saw it and responded on X. Ryan said it was sad to watch, said Broner should reach out to him directly, said he'd get him situated, no need to keep drinking, and that both of them needed to be better.
He was gonna get him to some money.
TV kept it 100. He said that Broner had shown up visibly impaired during the fight weekend in Vegas before the camera on sit-down ever happened, and that the people surrounding him should have stepped in instead of turning what they were seeing into content for an audience.
Adrian Broner is running around drinking every single day, and he's just living a lifestyle at 36 years of age that you can see it's just not going to end very well.
Drinking every man.
It's not. I'm not supporting your bad habits. I'm not going to be a pawn in your downfall. I don't agree with your lifestyle. Adrian Broner looked like he's 9 months pregnant.
That's facts.
He only 36 years old.
That's young. That's very young.
He's only 1 year older than Canelo Alvarez, people. He's the same age as Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, and Jamal Charlo. And Adrian Broner looked like he is...
They pops.
40 years old. Get away from people supporting your bad habits. Getting drunk every single day. Looking like you 9 months pregnant. Bruh, you can see the ending. This only ends one of two ways. Dead in jail.
Then the treadmill clip.
How you gonna end up dead? Well, yeah.
Broner sweating through a hard workout, joking straight to the camera that what he was sweating out was alcohol.
Hey, B, let's go.
Bro, I'm sweating out straight liquor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need you to drink no more, bro.
I'm already in the chat. Come find me. Download Tango and meet your vibe
He
max
said we
live.
don't need you to drink no more, no liquor, bro. Like, that's real though, like, bro.
Free movies and live TV.
We don't need you to drink no more, bro.
That clip pulled in over 1.6 million views, spread across every platform built for that kind of moment. Comments split the same way. Everything about Broner splits. The support on one side, and on the other side, people looking at the full picture and landing somewhere darker about what 45 days in the warehouse is actually going to fix. The streets, they call it what it is. A couch play, a cash grab with a comeback story as the headline, dressed up just enough to keep the debate alive online. No real boxing team behind it, no elite camp, a warehouse, a reality television style live stream bankrolled by Zeus Network.
Love, brother, I appreciate you. We really want to keep everything going, so whatever y'all need from us, we're here.
I told you we 10 toes down, guys.
Say
My next fight on Zeus.
Say less.
And he gonna whip ass, yeah.
Real trainers eye in direction. Most of the people watching are watching it as entertainment, not as sport. And the numbers on the streams, they reflect exactly that. The record inside the rope says 35 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 24 of those wins by knockout.
Dang!
His last fight was a unanimous decision loss to Black Cobbs in June of 2024, and it wasn't even close. That's the real question sitting underneath the whole stream, whether whatever's happening inside that warehouse turns into real discipline, the kind that produces an actual competitive return to professional boxing, or whether it's the same audience that watched the Cameron clip, the Ride Money clip.
It's crazy because there's many people I don't know of that you feel me. I could definitely see that like they have like all the talent, all the everything. They just wish they had a warehouse to have like a gym, all that in there. It's just about what his mind really on, bro.
The treadmill clip and the money dispute on stream. Now watching one more chapter of the same story. Since the Cobbs laws, Broner's public life has been one legal situation and one sobriety situation after another, running in full view the entire time. Most of the people who have weighed in on it say the same thing. A 24-hour live stream out of a warehouse, backed by Zeus network money, is not what fixes years of ring rust or the deeper discipline problems that have defined the stretch of his career and his entire life. Nothing about Broner's personal life has ever stayed private. Kick streams pulled athletes and entertainers through as guests the whole way through the marathon. A lot of what people are actually talking about isn't the Crash Out Boys content or the Locked-In-a-thon itself. It's real concerns for Broner's condition. Watching a man in real time on a stream that never cuts away and never edits anything out. On stream, Broner called out Ryan Garcia directly. That boy had said 6 months of real training was all he needed, and he stepped in the ring.
But he going at Ryan, and Ryan was... Yeah. Unc might be right about this one.
But Ryan...
I just seen the clip of this Ryan Garcia talking about he wouldn't fight me or he's doing way better or he's better or what. I don't know what the he talking about.
Oh, he's something.
But guess what though, man? I want to fight you next. We can fight next. You ain't gotta fight that nigga. Because I know you getting nice fights and shit, but you ain't gonna make as much money as you gonna get fighting me.
Fuck
you about the money, right?
Fuck
fight me, man.
Talk your shit then, nigga.
I'll take your belt. Do he got a belt?
And don't.
Well, whatever you got, I'll take it.
A fight that's never been discussed formally, never negotiated, never appeared on the contract anywhere in either man's career. Garcia caught the clip and answered on X, said he was genuinely glad to see Broner locking in, taking care of himself. On the question of whether Broner could beat him, Garcia said people could believe whatever they wanted to believe. That was fine. But he was clear about his own position. He didn't give Broner a chance. Said Broner had every right to feel the way he thought about it, but it was never going to happen.
Don't act like you've been in the game. Come back in 6 months, beat me?
Yeah, this nigga mad for real. I ain't gonna lie.
You couldn't even beat me when you were in your prime.
Yeah, he's mad.
That's why Madonna got in on your ass, and you know he did.
Damn.
Your ass was looking like this.
Damn.
In the ropes. But like I was saying, bro, AB, you got hit with a hook that
The last thing you want to do is make a Mexican upset, because they'll really tell you how they feel about you.
I show on the daily by Madonna.
Yo, bro, they'll really show you how they feel about you.
You were ready for the 619, bro. Don't come at me, you was ready for Budokai 619. Like I said, and you was someone trying to hump him, being all funny. See, that funny shit not funny no more.
I think this is not the first time Broner has pulled off this same act. Back in August of 2025, Broner posted that he was committing the next 3 to 5 years of his life to boxing. The footage that circulated showed him looking rough, worn down, scruffy, kind of visible decline that doesn't need explaining to anybody who watched more than a few seconds of it. That same talk is back now, attached to the Locked-In-a-thon, except the August 2025 version of that promise never turned into a training camp, never turned into a signed fight, never turned into a trainer next to him. Nothing. That boy was straight up clout chasing. Months passed with nothing to show before the new version of the same announcement had launched. If this run is actually real, the blueprint for that is specific. That boy needs a real nutritionalist, a camp somewhere in the mountains, far enough away from the temptations that have followed him through the last several years in full public view, distant from the alcohol above everything else. Not a warehouse wide for a kickstream, not internet personality standing in his corner. A legitimate team built to get a former 4-division world champion back into real fighting shape is what he actually needs. Broner's most dangerous stretch as a fighter was 2011 into 2012 at 130. The visible decline started in 2013, the year his team moved him up to welterweight. The money was bigger up there. The fighter wasn't the same. Whatever path exists back to something real runs through 130, because the size and the power required to compete at welterweight were never things Broner actually had at that weight. Whatever made him dangerous at 130 didn't travel with him 2 divisions up.
That man went into that, bro. He went into there talking so crazy, talking so cash. He left there looking like a wounded deer, like a wounded animal, gang.
It's not gonna show up now. And all of that talk about jumping 2 weight classes is the reason why he lost. You can miss me with that one. He's not the only fighter to ever jump 2 weight classes at once. Roy Jones Jr. went from light heavyweight straight to heavyweight, skipped cruiserweight completely, and beat John Ruiz for a heavyweight title. Terrence Crawford went from junior middleweight straight to super middleweight, skipped middleweight entirely, and beat Canelo Alvarez. 2 fighters made the same jump in one, so the jump by itself was never the reason Broner's career slid downward. The easy version of the story blamed the weight class, because that version lets everybody walk away clean. Broner, the promotional company behind him, the management, all of them. That's not what happened though. The weight class was a symptom. Broner was built for television before he was developed as a fighter, and there's a real difference between those 2 things. Broner's record shows exactly where that difference was. He came up at lightweight, sharp and fast, kind of talent that made the sport stop and look twice. 2012 fight against DeMarco was real, a young fighter working behind his jab, cutting the champion up round after round, staying composed and patient when a lesser prospect would have unraveled under the lights. Nobody's arguing the talent was there. That much was undeniable to anybody who watched it live. What doesn't hold up though is the idea that talent alone carrying the results afterward, nothing else quietly influencing what the public has been shown. Because right after that DeMarco performance, instead of testing Broner against the killers, actually sitting at 135, operation around him skipped him past the entire division, straight to pillow fist Paulie Malignaggi, 2 weight classes up in Paulie Malignaggi's own hometown, a fighter well past his best years. Broner needed a split decision to get out of that arena. In Malignaggi,
Your nail desk called? It wants these 9 dreamy macaron colors. Perfect for rose hand painting, blush effects, and everyday wear. Watch how this padding gel creates seamless gradients.
Broner needed a split decision to get out of that arena. In Malignaggi, he went public immediately, pointing at a judge with ties to the same management operation behind Broner. At operation, none other than Al Heyman. From there, the pattern repeated itself, fight after fight, year after year.
Wait. So he called them out and told them, like, bro, why he ain't fighting nobody that's really doing it? Oh my goodness.
Broner needed a real result against elite competition to justify the level he was being sold at. Schedule handed him someone softer than advertised. A name like Alaka did, who hadn't fought in 18 months before stepping in with him. A version of Theo Payne so far removed from his prime that Broner couldn't even make the contracted weight for the fight. The highlight package kept growing. The resume underneath it stayed thin. And when the real killers of his generation finally landed in front of him, Maidana, Porter, Mikey Garcia, every one of them beat him. Once the schedule ran out of ways to avoid the matchup, 4 losses to legitimate elite fighters told the public exactly what the highlight reels had been built specifically to keep out of view. This was never about weight classes. This was a business model built quietly and executed patiently over years. The operation behind Broner built him as a television personality and a professional fighter. Second, a mouthpiece with knockout highlights and enough charisma to move numbers on the broadcast, matched carefully enough that the outcome never got too uncertain. The risk managed the same way a television show manages ratings. Broner was cast in that role before he ever had to prove himself against elite competition at a new weight class that cost 12 rounds. Jumping up 2 divisions didn't explode the flaw in him. It stripped away the layer of favorable matchmaking that had been sitting between the package and the real question of what Broner could do when the best of his era stood across from him with something on the line. line. Take away the hand-picked opponents, the hometown scoreboard, the faded names dressed up as contenders, and what's left is a talented fighter who got sold to the public as a guaranteed superstar before he ever even earned it against real competition of his era. That blueprint is what produced a man running a 45-day live stream out of a warehouse right now. Zeus Network money behind the cameras, internet personalities cycling in and out of the streams, announcing the same 3 to 5 year commitment for the second time in 12 months. The lights stay on, the feed stay live, and the same audience that watched the first version of that promise back in August of 2025 produced nothing at all. The audience the warehouse is broadcasting to now, waiting to see if this time is ending any different.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I came into this like slick looking at Unc like he finna hate, but Unc ain't hating. He speaking real, man. See y'all in a couple seconds, not a couple minutes. Love y'all, man.